It's worse when we're talking about or hearing speculation about you fighting somebody that literally fights 3 weight divisions lower than you.
Very excited. You know, this is the biggest fight of my career, if it happened, and I'm just looking forward to it. I'm excited.
Him and Crawford?
Yeah.
I think Canelo's just too big for Crawford. I mean, Terence Crawford is another, amazing fighter.
In a live interview, Stephen A. Smith expressed his disdain of Terence Crawford's bout with Canelo Alvarez and gave him a severe warning. Smith stated that Crawford is 3 weight classes below Canelo and is too little to compete, which is why he detests this match and thinks it's a horrible idea. He cautioned that the disparity in stature and power might be harmful to him and asked Crawford to think again.
Reaction to the idea of Crawford versus Canelo?
I hate it. I don't like it one bit. I think that Crawford is the best pound-for-pound fighter on the planet. I think that Canelo is one of those folks. But Canelo is fighting at 168, which means he's walking around heavier.
Crawford received a severe warning from former world champion Amir Khan, who challenged Canelo in 2016. Khan said that he dubbed Canelo a beast in the ring and misjudged the weight difference. Khan claimed to now comprehend the purpose of weight classifications.
Canelo's a beast, man. Canelo's a beast. And when it was offered to me, I tried to chase the Mayweather fight at that time, and it happened. And obviously, I was probably at my peak of my career then as well. So, whoever I was going to fight, I was going to give him a hard fight regardless. Because we were probably winning that fight against Canelo until he knocked me out. But, yeah, I was boxing well, but one thing, sizes, now I understand why they make weight divisions in boxing, every weight division, but then again, look bro, you would probably take it, I was offered like 10 million quid bro, 10 million quid bro, look, end of the day, this is like, it's a lot of money, I thought about it, what made me, when I got the deal on the table for 10 mil, I was like, should I take it or not? But then I worked it out. Normally I have to have 3 or 4 hard training camps and fights to make that kind of money. That's still one fight. So you gotta do it in that one fight, you know what I mean?
Does Canelo beat Crawford?
Size, bro, remember, Crawford then is a big boy as well. Crawford's a big guy when it comes to weight. A box fight, yeah.
What do you think?
I think Crawford, in my opinion, but size might matter. But then again, I think since when I fought Canelo's become a better boxer. He's like boxing more better.
Without hesitation, boxing veteran Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. stated that Crawford should not fight Canelo at 168 pounds because he will undoubtedly be knocked out. Although Chavez acknowledges Crawford's skill, he thinks Canelo is just too strong and powerful for the super middleweight class. This warning, which comes from someone who has witnessed decades of boxing history, is very serious.
The 2 fighters are going to be different weight classes, even though they're going to fight on a specific weight. He believes that they're just going because of the money, Crawford, but probably Canelo is going to knock him out.
Crawford maintains his confidence in spite of the cautions. According to Crawford, he has openly declared that he has defeated opponents larger than Canelo in the past and is confident in his ability to win. Although size, not skill, is Canelo's primary advantage, Crawford's self-belief is what many fans find so appealing about him. He has never shied away from a battle and always believes he can win. But, as many experts contend, taking on Canelo at 168 pounds might be an entirely other animal.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out, from Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
Obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not Kovalev.
Kovalev
We have to
was
respect
older.
the power of
And he
Canelo.
does. He does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power. But all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is night there.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo going?
A tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
Live interview, Smith warned bluntly that Crawford is just too small. He stressed that in order to fight Canelo, Crawford would have to go up 3 weight classes, a move that history indicates rarely works in the smaller man's benefit. Even if Crawford could make clean shots, he might not be able to harm Canelo, Smith stated simply. Despite Crawford's skill set, Smith believes the size disparity could be dangerous. He needs to let it go, Smith added.
Let me tell you what I think should be gone. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes and 21 pounds to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jamel Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life, and he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Apollo couldn't do it and lost fight number 2. Trained him for Rocky 3 and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
Not holding back, renowned coach Joel Diaz called the notion of Crawford defeating Canelo foolish. He underlined the disparity in stature and mentioned that, from the standpoint of a trainer, Canelo has faced and defeated top-tier super middleweights and light heavyweights. This mismatch, in Diaz's opinion, would not work out well for Crawford.
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. A lot. Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
Sean Garcia agreed, saying that although Crawford is a fantastic boxer, Canelo's physique and experience make the fight very impossible. Garcia said Stephen A. Smith, no matter how good Crawford is, Canelo is just too big, while admitting that Crawford's exceptional skill set and past dominance at welterweight raised a crucial query. Could he possibly harm Canelo? According to him, it won't matter whether Crawford is technically proficient if he lacks the punching power to physically influence Canelo and earn Canelo's respect. Crawford might be entering a hard battle.
What I think my initial reaction would be to say that I think that Crawford would be the superior boxer, as great as Canelo is, as seasoned as he is, with 65 fights, if I recall, on his record. I think boxing-wise, he's going to give Canelo fits. I don't believe he can hurt Canelo. I just believe that Crawford hasn't been in the ring with anybody this powerful. Again, Crawford is the superior boxer. But if he can't hurt Canelo, he can't keep him off of him. He says it's a legacy fight, and he believes he can do the same, and he wants to do the same against a fighter the caliber of Canelo Alvarez, which is why we haven't really seen him in the ring against anybody else. Unfortunately, that's the business of boxing. He's a victim of it.
Eddie Hearn, the promoter, called the bout a bizarre fight. Although he respects both competitors, He cautioned that the bout feels more like a show than a fair fight because of the size differential. Hearn thinks that due of the obvious size disparity, the public may not give Crawford the credit he merits, even if he does well. Similarly, if Canelo prevails, some may dismiss it as a bout he was always expected to win.
How is Crawford going to be able to bridge this weight gap?
Yeah, I don't think he can, in all honesty. I mean, he might not be able to bridge it on Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
one weight class.
68, yeah, but you're coming up from 35. 35, 40, 47, 54. Sooner or later, it's one too many. And 68 is definitely too many. But Crawford's brilliant. Like, he's a genius. He's a generational great. So maybe he can find a way to do it. But I feel he'd be hugely outsized against Canelo Alvarez. Yeah. But you have to use your movement. If you're Terence Crawford in that fight, the last thing you want to do is stand and trade. He'd be moving a lot in that fight, trust me. I'm not saying he'd be running, but he would be moving a lot. Of course, that's the way to beat him.
Yeah.
You know.
Taking a different. TAC trainer Robert Garcia said that a lot of fans just don't want this fight. He thinks the boxing community would rather watch Crawford fight. At 154 or 160 pounds, more in line with his size or a strong candidate. Garcia claims that this fight lacks the organic competitiveness that makes great fights unforgettable and feels forced.
I want to see Crawford versus Canelo. I think people are going to go, that's too much, moving up 2 more weight divisions, 2 more. So thank you, my man. Thank you. I don't think it's going to be, I don't think that'll bring that much attention anymore, because I think if you were going out there and destroy this guy, then okay, he can move up and fight against Canelo, but I think it'll be hard for people to buy that, you know, that he could fight somebody like Canelo, because Canelo's just too big. That's too much.
Analysis of boxing. A terrifying viewpoint was provided by Biz the adult, who has first-hand experience with the force and sound of Canelo's blows and doesn't believe Crawford could handle them. The punch resistance required at 168 differs greatly from that required at 147.
Spaceman Films. What up, Biz? Who you got? Canelo Crawford?
Yeah, got Canelo. I heard the punches that he hit Charlo with. I don't know if Crawford can absorb those punches. I know he's a great man and a great warrior. But you come from 147 to put on a better fight than Charlo. I mean, I don't even know what that means. I don't know if that means that Crawford is so great and he can do that, or that means that Charlo set the bar so damn low that anybody could do better than Charlo did last night.
Do skill really pay the bill? Because that would be tested.
Skill pays the bill. That's why Canelo's skillful too.
Check out the projected odds that came out. One of the odds projectors say Canelo is opening up as the favorite, -130. Crawford is +100. That's damn near 50-50. Another one says Canelo Alvarez is the favorite, -185. Crawford is the underdog, only +55. Let me tell you something. If those are the odds on my bookie come day one, I'm max betting Canelo Alvarez. I could give a damn. Y'all mean to tell me that y'all think it's 50-50? I'ma empty my account on Canelo Alvarez. I don't have to bet KO. None of that shit. If y'all think it's that close, I'ma empty my account. $30,000. I can give a shit. I'm about to come up. I was gonna bet on Crawford, thinking he'd be the huge underdog. Y'all got it that narrow?
Even with Crawford's talent and tenacity, Canelo might make all the difference with a single clean shot.
I think Terence Crawford is a marvelous boxer, arguably the best in the world, pound for pound. But can you hurt Canelo? If you can't hurt him, I have no doubt he can outbox him. My issue is, if you can't hurt him, what kind of a challenge can you truly pose? What do you say to that?
No, that's a great point. I mean, here's the thing. Canelo Alvarez has a historically great chin. Now, I go way back when he first came to the United States and started boxing, and he found himself on an HBO pay-per-view undercard years and years ago, fighting against the older brother of the great Miguel Cotto. His name was Jose Miguel Cotto, and he had gotten a ton of hype. He had signed with Golden Boy Promotions, and a lot of those of us in the media, and I had seen him a couple of times before that. This is my first time seeing him in person, really paying close attention, and he almost got knocked out in the first round. And I remember Stephen A., all of us looking around at Media Row going, what the heck is this all hype about? This man can't take a shot. He's going to get drilled. He was lucky that the fight was over, that the round was over in round one, or there might have been some much more trouble. Stephen A., that was 16, 17 years ago. I've never seen him wobbled, rocked, physically, visibly hurt since then. He has an all-time great chin going in the ring with tremendous punchers. Terence Crawford coming up 2 weight classes do any damage. Yeah, he's a slick boxer, and he's also a good puncher in the welterweight division, in the junior welterweight division, in the lightweight division. But even at junior middleweight, which is where Terence Crawford had his most recent fight back in August, when he moved up and he won a world title, he didn't blow the doors off. He fought a very tough, solid opponent named Israel Madrimov. He gave him a good fight. It was very close. Madrimov's people seem to think he might have even been able to edge it out. But if you can't hurt an Israel Madrimov at 154, what the heck are you going to do with Canelo Alvarez, the sturdiest guy in the world, at 168? So that aspect of it is certainly a problem. You mentioned about Charlo. Charlo was there to get his check. I know one thing about Terence Crawford. He's not going to just come to turn up to get the check. He'll at least try. And Charlo, I don't think, really tried.
Las Vegas. Now that is a fight that I'm expecting to be very good. I think it's going to be tough for Crawford. He's not big enough, I don't think. He's just not got that side. Don't get me wrong, he'll stack some pounds on and he'll grow. He's obviously bigger than his fight weight, but Canelo Alvarez has been up at light heavyweight. I know he's been up at light heavyweight. He beat Kovalev, and then he's dropped back down now to super middle because he's probably not big enough for light heavyweight. Lost to Bivol, and he's probably realised actually that's probably a step too far. But Terence Crawford, was he 147 pound, one of the best to do it in the business. But to come up, we know what it's like when people come up from welterweight and try and succeed a couple of weight divisions above their weight. It's tough, it's difficult.